Dan, the fixtures are out. Does that bring it home to you how close the season really is?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it just kind of affirms that we are on the brink of pre-season and obviously subsequently a new season. Obviously it adds to the excitement of knowing where we're going to be at certain points of the season, and I'm obviously sure from a fan's perspective they can hopefully plan travel and what games they can get to, etc. So I think the buzz of obviously knowing where we're going to be for the next 9 to 10 months is obviously a real excitement for us and for the fans alike.
Have you done the checklist? Have you been down and looked at your wife's birthday, your child's birthday, Christmas, all that?
Yes, in the order I received it, it was first game of the season, are we at home? Last game of the season, are we at home? Boxing Day, New Year, little one's birthday, my missus' birthday, Valentine's Day, making sure I'm kind of checking all those points, which I know that she will check once, obviously since I've been here, that she's had a look at the fixture list. Thankfully for my little one and her birthday, we're at home, or we're not too far away. So in both of those respects, not the worst set of fixtures, if you like, with regards to dates and times and away fixtures.
You've obviously planned it well, Dan. The 46 games, we have to play them all, whatever happens. But do you look for patterns? Do you look for, back-to-back away games, distance travelled, home games? As a player, how do you kind of look at the whole fixture list?
I think, like I say, the first and last games are ones that you always kind of have half an eye on. I mean, as a player, generally, if there's 2 games back-to-back away, for example, I think there's Blackburn and Barnsley within 4 days of each other. That's obviously tough on the family, if you like, and the fact that you won't be able to spend much time with children, etc., and obviously a hell of a lot of travelling. So obviously that kind of springs your mind straight towards the family side of things, but also the recovery side of things as well, because within that travelling, obviously there is 2 games. So those are things that we certainly look for. Obviously the newly promoted sides and the relegated sides, obviously for a lot of the boys, will be the first time that they've been to experience those stadiums. And actually for me, this is the first year where I've got no new stadiums in my entire career. I've always had a relegated team or a promoted team that I've not played at before up until this season, and every single team in the division I've played there before, which is a bit of a...
Tell me when you went to Blackpool then.
I went to Blackpool in League One.
With Southend?
Yes, indeed.
Good memories?
I think we drew 2-2. I could be wrong. Don't quote
We'll
me.
check that.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Don't quote me. I think we drew 2-2. But yeah, I've been obviously the ones that have come down. Obviously, I've played against those in the Championship prior to now, and the ones that have come up, I've either played in the Championship or in League One. So I feel like an experienced pro sitting here saying there's no new stadiums for me.
Speaking of being an experienced pro, we have had a significant amount of players go. The likes of Jamie Patterson, Tommy Rowe, quite kind of senior experience people in the dressing room. And I'm not going to call you too much of a mature player, but how much responsibility and I suppose relish do you have in terms of taking that leadership role?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything changes for me personally. I relish, like you say, the role of being a leader and a senior member of the group, and I'm more than happy to kind of share knowledge and wisdom and give guidance to those that are younger and more inexperienced than I am. But I think with regards to those players leaving, then it creates an opportunity for lads that are coming into the building from other clubs, so new faces, and also the young lads that we've got that have perhaps not have had that seniority prior to now. They can then adapt their leadership skills and gain those roles as they go along. So the experience that they accumulated last year and prior to this season they can then take into this season, and they may be able to be a little bit more vocal, a little bit more demanding off of their teammates. And that's ultimately what we've got to do this year. We need to demand more from each other. There needs to be a certain standard set from minute one of pre-season all the way through to the last minute of the official season. And the demands and the standards are set by us as players. Obviously, are enforced by the staff, but we need to be the ones to demand those off each other on a day-to-day basis.
Thank you for joining us, Dan.
Pleasure.